Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your humble host, Rebel, and welcome back to another day in the Revolution. Today, we are back with more The Great Ace Attorney. Last time, we finished off the first part of the trial, and today we are going to start the second part of the trial. And I will be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Also, good morning, Nintendo. How are you?
Fine.
Brief announcement. Tomorrow I will be streaming at around 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Hopefully Nintendo will be able to join me for the state of play. So that's the plan for tomorrow. So I'll reiterate that at the end of the stream. So yeah. Anyways, you ready to go? All right. So that okay.
Okay. There we go.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I was just pinning it to the side.
Oh, okay.
Oh god, Gina and Holmes.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, there you are, Odo. You might be. Hello. Hello, Mr. Holmes. Gina. Well, about what you said there. The boss, actually died that day before. Pretty hard to swallow.
Yes. I was shocked by the revolution too, Gina.
As was I, possibly more shocked than both of you. Not a composition, Mr. Holmes.
No, it's not. Not in the slightest.
But I was more shocked than all of you put together. This is the also important question, is it? Yes, it's strange that there's no time of death noted. Suppose there's a simple explanation, or perhaps it was deliberate omission?
Oh dear. If it was deliberate, it puts me in a mind of the last case we worked on and Dr. Scythe. Yeah, it does, so that's not a good thing. Even though it wasn't her daughter, so that's another reason for concern.
I know. Anyway, it seems that on the day before Lord Von Teach discovered his body, Inspector Grayson was investigating the Red-Headed League, so perhaps something happened with them. Come think of it, you had trouble with those League men too, didn't you, Mr. Shelman? You were taken in by their trick. No. Actually, I wasn't taken in, as you put it. My sleuthhound interest was merely piqued slightly by the vast scent of a weekly £4 income. An accent masked the underlying scent of deception, I suppose.
The two... Jesus Christ. The two criminals in question are the pairs we saw being arrested yesterday, aren't they? In Mr. Sholmes' suite, I mean.
Yes, I do. And it was me what took him in. Thanks to a tip-off by a good law-abiding citizen. Indeed, you're absolutely.
Of course it was.
So it's going to be that pair in the witness stand next, is it? Something doesn't quite make sense to me, though. The day before Inspector Crichton was found, you hadn't had trouble with the Red-Headed League yet, had you? Why do you inspector have been investigating them? Well, the likely explanation will be that Crichton's own found interest was piqued by the rare set of a weekly £4 income. I think he gets paid decently, I think. Already.
Yeah, right.
So Tom, with some fresh as you, Jones?
Yes, well, then there's the whole oh, sorry, that's you.
I also thought that was Sasato as well.
Oh, and the yes, well was also you, by the way.
Okay, I also thought that was Sasato, so you're you're good. Yes, well, then there's the whole issue of Inspector Gregson being investigated by Lord Von Zeke for some reason.
The Reaper, the Head-Breaded League, Inspector Grayson, Lord Von Zeeks.
And Kazuma. Feels as though he knew we'd arrive at this point sometime.
Gosh, I think you're right.
What's he really trying to achieve here today? Oh, the answer will be revealed a very time, my dear fellow. Please, this will be over very shortly. Yes, you're right.
Alright, well, here we go again.
Cosmo was determined that he should be the one to prosecute this trial. And he was determined that I should take the defense. Just what is it that he told us? Let's see. I wonder.
Oh, I have a feeling. It's probably something about that if you had someone that was from this country do it, then they probably would have had it to be a open and shut case and let the truth be flooded in the wind.
It's only we're a long way from the end of this trial yet. I mean, considering that this entire trial spans 2 cases, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Are you ready then, Mr. Sato?
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right.
2nd of November, 1 p.m.
Oh, I like that back model of Von Zeeks, the way he stands. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session again. We resume the closed court hearing of Brock Von Zeeks, here present, who stands accused of murder. Now then, Prosecutor Sogi, my lord, have you summoned the witness as requested? Yes, the 2 members of the Red-Headed League who planned and carried out the deception. They arrived not long ago from the local prison by police carriage. Very good. Bailiff, usher the 2 men into the courtroom. You want mine? Would you like to, I don't know, breathe?
You can really read through his nose.
True. Although that is hard when you're when you're constantly eating like that.
I mean, yeah, it is hard, but it doesn't mean it's impossible.
These two men are currently being held by the police under suspicion of attempt extortion.
I mean, granted, I never tried to do that, and I don't plan to.
Say that again?
I never tried to do that kind of thing when I eat, but I don't plan to.
Neither do I. That sounds like too much work, and Michael lightheaded. You may omit your occupations, but state your name for the court.
If I remember correctly, I was
you.
the guy.
You're the
I am
adult.
Fabian the freaking name.
Fabian de Rose.
Fabian de
Rosu?
Rosa?
Rosie?
I don't know. It's some kind of sounds French.
Yeah,
But I could be wrong.
definitely French. I'm guessing.
I don't know French, so it's kind of hard for me to say. I'm
Near to
just say Fabian. I don't care at this point.
Yeah.
I am Fabian. I sent it of the whatever. Coming from nice. I don't know.
Nice.
It could be nice, but also could be nice,
Nice
depending on the
French.
freaking language. Nice and French. So it was French, okay.
Yep. Can you stop eating before you, I don't know, speak? Okay. And my name is Peppino di Rossi.
Peppino.
Peppino di
Okay.
Rossi. I am the third son of the great Familia di Rossi, the landowners of Napoli. That is not how you say that. Or is it? Napoli? Whatever. The two men first became acquainted at a boarding school for European nobility.
Those who graduate from the Met are the future leaders of Europe. But, do you have any idea how boring it is to be born with noble blood? Hello. I make it my mission to get the better of the world by employing the little gray cells of my brain. Surprised I actually said all that fluently.
Right? And you had to say something.
That is all I am trying to do, huh? So, that's the only reason for this whole grand procession you've been carrying out? You could say that.
Not bad, eh? He has the grand ideas, but the petty plan. The strange combination is the charm of the hilarious
Mario or something?
Hilarious brothers. Right? The charm of the hilarious brothers. See, Capio?
Listen to me, Peppino. I have two things to say to you.
Jay, are you about to tell me, one of your grandy accolades?
Anecdote.
What?
Anecdote?
Anecdotes? Iberia?
Firstly, I want you to start calling me these capo. And secondly, forget not the hilarious brothers. This is serious business.
Ciao bello, there it is, the Capito's Tropicon, a furrow brow. It is deep, Capio. the furrow and the meaning of your words. The court is left to believe that under the banner of the Red-Headed League, you have conspired with the swine to swindle money from unexpected members of the public. Is this true?
Okay. I'm like trying to read that too hard. I don't know, friends.
Neither do I. And what exactly is the nature of this deception by which you plan to defraud?
My lord, I will explain it.
No, Capio. Leave it to me.
You can both explain it, you know?
Right. As you see, we both have a vivid red hair, no? At school, we were teased for this without pity. The Capio here, he has many times behind the schoolhouse, crying like the Trevi Fountain. The tongues! One day the world will respect the redheads! Every night he would bury it. Excuse me. Every night he would bury his head in bury his head in his pillow and weep for the injustice.
Yeah, Peppino, enough. I will explain to you that. The first step was the newspaper advertisement. But 1 week before the plan was put into operation, we listed the same notice in every paper in London. Yes, we saw that notice. It was this one, I believe, entitled The Red-Headed League. Yeah. I am honored that you have seen it. This is the only condition for joining the league is having flame-colored hair. And if you satisfy the interview panel and are admitted into the league, you can receive a weekly income of £4.
On the day specific. On the day,
right?
huh?
No, you're right before it's specified.
On the day specified, red-headed hopefuls gathered in droves at the park specified in the advertisement. From each person present, this pair took an application fee of 5 shillings.
And with the money to France, it was a plan most elegant, no?
No, it was most dishonorable. To be frank, I'm stunned anybody would be foolish enough to be taken in by such an obvious trick. The park was described by one of the witnesses as choked with red-headed folks like a coaster's orange brow. Okay. And the day in which all these men gathered to apply was the day before the victim was discovered. Critically, these 2 men spoke face to face with every single person present that day.
I have seen more red-headed people in one day than I will see in the rest of my life.
By the way, why does he keep doing the chicken dance over there? See, and now every time I see the Capio's hair, I feel sick to my stomach.
Anyway, why have we been summoned here today? Sorry. The date for our trial was not until tomorrow, I was told.
Naturally, neither of these men had been told any details about this trial. they've only been shown this photograph. Very good. So, Mr. De Rossiu, whatever, and Mr. De Rossi, you will now give your formal testimony for the court on the subject of the gentleman pictured in this photograph.
Of course, we all usually sit up with the law. I'm surprised I'm not having a hard time with voicing him currently.
Right. Man in the photograph.
It was 1,000 red people assembled in the park on Lime Street that day.
But I don't recall the man in this photograph, eh, Capio?
No, I don't remember him, obviously. He is dead now, but I assure you, he was not at the park.
Lord, the victim is nothing to do with us.
Never love to answer for, Peppino. It is your fault that we got caught in the first place.
You've given sworn testimony that this man in the photograph was not present. Can you be certain?
We win. I'm quite certain. We did not interview this man.
Nobody looking like this came to the park. This I can promise. It must be noted that you have been arrested for grand deception, however. Accordingly, this court has little confidence in your assertions. Oofa! What's with the attitude? We get to nowhere, huh?
We are sunken now.
This confidential document was obtained directly from Scotland Yard. It records for an entry from the inspector's private diary dated that the day before the incident. It reads, Lime Street, Redheaded League, undercover. Ah, I have the answer. Maybe it was another similar event in the park on the day in question, yeah?
That is ridiculous. There's no question the Inspector Gregson was visiting the Redheaded League. Which means it's quite possible that when he was killed...
Very well. The defense may proceed with the cross-examination now.
Yes, my lord.
All right. Let's see.
Okay. Let's see what... Yeah.
I call the man in the... I want to press the fourth one. The victim has nothing to do with us.
Sure. I was thinking that or another one, so let's go with this one.
We'll do this one and then we'll do the one that you thought of.
But we only have your word for that.
See, but what else can we do, huh?
True.
Oopa! We are not having much of a fun these days. First we are arrested, and then we are shown the horrible picture of a Dudman. And now you question every single thing we say. We are the victims here. Sure about
the
that?
lawyer here.
Aye, Capio?
No, you were caught carrying out a plot to split the hundreds of innocent people.
You had to bring that up, yeah? It's not fair. life isn't
Literally
fair.
in the freaking newspaper form.
Life isn't fair because you, one, put it in the newspaper, so you were literally advertising it, and two, you were caught red-haired with it. So that sounds like a you problem. I Capio?
Okay, I'm thinking the one before it, number 3.
Okay.
Hold it!
But according to what you said, you spoke with 1,000 or more people that day. See, that's true. I were feeling like by the end of the day. Silly then, you can't actually remember every single face. Are you so certain that this particular man wasn't present?
Normally, the redhead is very distinct, yeah? But not when you have 1,000 redheads crowding around, then it's just an eyesore. But if there was some other information you could give us, maybe we would recall.
There's something lying, Peppino. Remember, we do not remember him. Yes, what was that factor? There was a man with a red hairpiece, but his mustache did not match the color. I did not think I could have forgotten it. Ozma said these two only have been shown in photographs, and even told nothing else at all. What if I said them one other detail about the victim, for example?
Okay, first things first, save. Okay, I'm sorry, I've got to try it. I'm pretty sure it's going to be his name. But I want to say fish and chips.
Okay. I can certainly appreciate that. Just knowing the man had red hair wouldn't help you remember in this situation. What if I told you that man was always munching on a packet of fish and chips? Remember a man who was eating incessantly? Not really. I was looking only at the ends of the applicant. I never noticed the fish and chips any more than the caviar and smoked salmon.
Or a spaghetti. Me love the spaghetti.
Really? I had no idea. This is again what you said before, Peppino.
See, Capio, see. I'll say it again and again.
Okay. See if we
Okay.
can load and see if there's anything different.
Okay,
Actually,
I'm going to repress on the one that we just did.
no, I'm gonna just load the one I saved right before making the decision.
True. Oh well, I'm almost there anyway, so... There we go. Okay. His name. That's gonna be the right answer.
I certainly appreciate that just knowing the man had red hair wouldn't help you remember it in this situation. I told you that the man's name was Gregson. The man told Gregson is a Andrew Gregson. Yes.
Names, they are boring. I did not listen to any of them.
Oh.
It's not a real interview, huh? It was just for show. Why would I remember names?
That's right. This changes nothing. The man in the photograph was not there, and we have already said. I see.
It seems there's little to be gained for pursuing this point further.
Doesn't again what you said before, Peppino.
See, Capio, see. I'll say it again and again. Okay, I for sure that was gonna be it. Load again. And, we'll do, his profession.
Was this a similar thing that we read? That I read?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't, let's just skip that, so.
Wait a minute. Okay, I'll just. What if I told you that the man in a red hairpiece was actually a detective? Man, a detective? Yes.
Okay, we're getting somewhere then. It would appear that he found your notice in the paper suspicious and decided to investigate incognito.
Oh, but that changes nothing. Are you sure about that? Your little friend here begs to differ.
Yeah, excuse me.
Excuse me.
Something to add, Mr. De Rossi?
See, I am always adding something. Parmesan, olive oil, pepper.
What I mean is, did you not agree with your friend's last remark by any chance?
Eh? What did you just say about the detective?
Yes, that. Master Pepino. That's enough already.
But the white cap, yo. But that's the problem. There was a man who said, I'm an inspector from Scotland Yard.
What?
Good Lord! Order! 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 Explain this violent face in your testimony, witness. It's simple. It's simple. A man who... Excuse me. It's simple. A man who was at the park said to us that he was an inspector.
There was no such man.
Madai! What are you saying, Capio? Have you forgotten ya?
I have forgotten nothing. Nobody like this seems to zip on.
Basta, Capio, basta. You beat me at many things, but the memory and the meals. Like I said, when it's time to eat the pasta, no one is a pasta.
You are inferior to me in every other way. Go shut up.
Objection.
Okay.
Stop, Todd. The damage is done.
Indeed it is, sir.
It was a man who came to the park and said he was an investigator from Scotland Yard. However, he looked nothing like the man in the photograph. He was someone else. How can you be so short? Because to start with, his face was completely different.
See, it's true. It's true. The man who came was a younger. His face was clean shaved. His eyes were sadder. His chin was thinner. I'm gonna look this up real quick. First video book. That might be describing Von Zeeks, maybe. Who knows? No, that's not right. Because he's not an inspector from Scotland.
Yeah, he's not from Scotland Yard.
I'm probably overthinking things as I always do. No resemblance whatsoever, then?
Anyway, I was not going to be fooled. I took the obvious precaution and said to him, if you're really a detective, show us the proof. Wait.
What?
They could be talking about Sholmes.
Oh. Yeah, it's probably Sholmes. See, the Capio here, he doesn't take a no nonsense, yeah?
But he was so prepared. He said he had identification. Identification? You mean official police inspectors and identification?
That is most unconvincing.
Sorry, my lord?
Consul, no incognito inspector would offer his identification for inspections. It's quite out of the question.
True.
Yeah, but if it shows...
if you're trying to go, if you're trying to go incognito, why would you purposely show your real information?
Exactly. And if it's Sholmes, well, he's an idiot, so... There goes that question, so... Definitely. Why would he expose his true identity?
The papers were fake.
Cierto, Capio, you're a genius. As say in Italia, it takes a thief to recognize another, ah?
What happened after he announced that he was a detective? He became very annoying. He said, "You are under investigation." So I took his papers from him and chased them out of the pocket.
It was fantastico. And look, here is identification. So you stole it from the man. He had it coming. He made us very scared. But he was not who he said he was. Indeed, the person described does not appear to have behaved like a true inspector would. However, I believed it would be prudent for this identification papers to be entered into evidence. But I like them. But I like them. Ugh. That extra is Alright.
We only examined one part of it.
Because of course
the back of it.
Yep, and at the latch.
Well, I suppose we should see what this inspector's education looks like inside.
Alright, let's look at the left page first.
Or unless they're both the same for some weird reason.
Alright.
Yes, this looks fake, doesn't it?
Out of interest, what name is given?
Probably just something plucked out of thin air. It's Tobias Gregson?
What the?
Wait, what?
Wait, this is Grayson's identification that Sholmes probably stole? What the fuck? Wait, what? This is Scotland Yard's insignia. It looks genuine to me.
But how?
And the department and identification number details are correct as well. How would you know that?
When have you knows? You mean to say...
I know it seems incredible, but yes. I think this is a genuine identification book issued by Scotland Yard.
But that's unbelievable. This is the real thing after all?
Alright. Somehow this is Inspector Grayson's identification. And yep, you're right. It was just the one. Okay. Well, okay. Now, let us return to the witness's testimony.
Okay.
You know, I want to check something. I want to repress on the one that we just did, and I want to go back to saying that of his name.
Okay.
His name. Okay, blah blah blah. We heard that way. I told you his name was Grayson. Yeah. Okay, let's just keep going. Okay, we're pursuing this point. Okay. I for sure thought that was going to be it. Since we just got the inspector's book. Oh well, I'm gonna try and present.
Objection.
Okay. Second, where it says nothing to do with us, it's the inspector's book.
I wonder if I can ask you to examine the identification book very closely. Miss Lestrade?
Why, Miss Lestrade? What's your intention here, Counsel?
Is this really a fake, or is it genuine? That's the question, which we can't answer ourselves.
Objection.
Don't be ridiculous. No Scotland Yard detective would allow his or her identification to be stolen. Oh, she's pissed.
That is the boss. No question about it. Got him,
Can't be!
as I suspected. The undercover detective who attained the red-headed leads in Rome on the day in question was the real Inspector Gregson, carrying out an incognito investigation. Do a little... And he's... Oh, dang, he's on the floor now.
Yes, he is. Oh, order! Order!
But if that's the boss... If the boss had his identification stolen, he would have reported it straight away. I mean, he was always on at me about it. If you lose something, report at once, he said. Could it be, then, that the inspector was physically unable to report it?
Physically, what are you saying? Unable to? You're not suggesting. You're not suggesting.
Yes, it's quite possible that he was killed before he had a chance to report his identification stolen.
No. Order! Order! Order!
Defense insists that the victim was killed the day before his body was discovered at a different location. Do you two have anything to say about that?
I know nothing! I done nothing!
Get yourself together, Peppino. Andrew, you can behave a little more like a master criminal than that, no?
No, I wish I had a return to an Italia.
Stop flying, Peppino, please. Otherwise, I don't know what that word is. Lume, whatever. Stop whining and stop talking.
Well, I believe the court will need to hear your... Well, I believe the court will need to hear your story in considerable greater detail. I know nothing! I don't know nothing! But you will tell everything, or or face the worst possible outcome. You will dry your eyes and testify again about these identification papers and the precise circumstance in which you came by them.
They're crying out loud.
Pun intended. The detective and the identification.
The truth is, we took him prisoner and kept him for the night at a secret hideout. I didn't think he was a real detective. I was too scared to let him go that day, just in case.
We took the man's identification from him and shut him in a room next to ours.
It might have been a little tussle, but we did him no harm, and the next morning we let him go.
He spent the night in a nice room. It was nothing like a prison, really. Oh, that was annoying. This is outrageous. You imprisoned the man? But Noah, see, no. It was not like a prison. It was not like a it was not like a prison. Jesus Christ. Please tell me that's not how real French people speak with the nectar He was very comfortable and calm and happy. I capio?
It was never part of the plan, I swear.
Opa, so you think it was my fault, just because I got the date of the fairy wrong by one a little a day?
I do not think it was your fault, Peppino. I know it.
No, por favor, Capio. It is not fair. You'll have plenty of time squabbling back at your prison, gentlemen.
I don't believe it. How could he have been a real detective?
Counsel for the defense, proceed with your cross-examination.
On the day before the incident, Bergman spent the night confined in the stairs hideout.
You know, I'm actually having a little fun speaking for the kid, which I never thought I would say with something like this. All right. I didn't think a real detective. Too scared.
Why don't you examine the third one? Because they put him in a room next to theirs.
Hold it!
All right.
I want to hear more on that. That being his identification book here, correct?
See, that is the one. That is the one. What made you believe it was a forgery? I'd never seen a real one, of course. But he was so suspicious, this Ataman. Lord, I think, I was thinking it must be falso. Eh, Capio?
It was just a Pepino spit. We were convinced it was not genuine.
And so together, the hilarious brothers, we took the man captain.
Bro.
What?
No, the hilarious. Instead of hilarious, it sounds like it's hilarious.
It is hilarious. I just kept saying hilarious.
All we did was shove him inside a locked room. Then we made preparations to transfer all the money. In for a penny, in for...
Alright. Let's go with the fourth one.
Hold it!
Okay. What do you mean by a little tussle exactly? Well, it was nothing, just a minor incident.
The falso inspector, he was a real piece of the work. Eh, Capio?
What happened?
Oofa. It was a disaster. We gave him a nice room, and what did he do? What does he do, In the middle of the night, he tried to escape through the ventilator. If you said that, it didn't come through.
No, I was looking at something.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking, like, was there a ventilator in that room that he was killed in? No.
I don't think. I don't know. To be honest, if there was, I wasn't really paying attention.
Can you blame him? He chased him. He didn't do it. We caught him again.
Can you blame us?
Wait, you didn't mend your haze, did you? What do you think we are? No. What's the big puddle? Oh. Got hold of him again and took him back to the room.
You sure about that? Hey, you kid. Excuse me.
Mr. DeRossi, is there something wrong?
Hey, me?
Something Mr. DeRossi, who just said something. It said seemed to make you, well, it seemed to make you act even more strangely than usual. What was that all about?
Capio, at a time like that, you don't want to have the Capio after you, believe me. And I speak from a personal espionage experience.
Personal experience? And then you know, Pepino, there was no need to say more.
Which means there is stuff that needs to say more. The truth is, the night before we put the red-headed leak plan into action, I was scared. It was not fair to the Capio, but I tried to run away.
And we didn't manage it.
But the Capio here, he came after me like a turbulent. And he dragged me back into the house, kicking and screaming. I still have the bruise to prove it, eh, Capio? Bruises, you say? Ah, you wanna see, You want to see my fantastical bruises?
No, no, Pepino. No one wants to take a look at any part of you.
What to do, huh? I show you, or I don't. I show you, or I don't. You do now. Lord, if everybody wants to see, then I do it. Right around the throat. Okay, can't say anything there, but where is the... There it is, top report. Close range. The caliber of the gun... Okay. Okay, so there's nothing we can look at for there. Okay. Echo, you see? It is still a very visible, yeah?
That red ring around your neck. You got that when you're dragged back to the house?
See, the Capio sometimes he is... See, the Capio sometimes he's a very rough and...
I think that's enough. You must make it nothing to do with what we're talking about here. That's my word.
Yes. What is your opinion, Counsel?
About this red ring around Rossy's neck, I wonder if it doesn't matter.
It's important. I have...
Is it the Rossi? I'm going to have to ask you. Amend your testimony with details about the mark on your neck.
Hi, Capio. You see, everyone is interested in what I say, huh? Very well. You will amend your testimony as requested, Mr. De Rossi. See, if you really want to know. He tried to escape, but the Capio put the collar on him and dragged him back. Like what he did to me, see? Okay, I don't think that it's going to be it, but I'm gonna check anyways. I want to present the picture of the victim.
Objection!
Yep, I was right.
The day before his body was discovered, Inspector Grayson was taken prisoner while working incognito. No, it was not like that. It was hardly a prison. It was an invitation to stay. It was homely. However you described it, there's one glaring inconsistency that remains.
And what consistency is this, Counsel?
I want to ask the court to look closely at this photograph of the victim, Inspector Grayson. You will see that there's no red ring visible around his neck.
But that makes no sense. It was me who took the collar off the man in the morning, and I saw the red bruises around his neck, just like I have.
Even if the mark is still clearly visible on this witness's neck, you expect to see bruising on the victim who was just in the collar more recently than Mr. Delroy.
Indeed, that is most peculiar. But what do we tell you, huh? Huh? We say this from the beginning many times. Yeah!
Pino is right. The man in the photograph is somewhat different. The man was captive that night. Are you sure about that?
Order! 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 It would appear then that on the day before the incident, the man who visited the park on Lime Street posing as an incognito inspector was not Inspector Grayson at all.
Objection!
That's true, however. How do you explain the inspector's identification? True.
Yep.
This is a genuine identification book issued by Scotland Yard. It's inconceivable that someone could have stolen such an important item from the inspector. The prosecution made that assertion itself.
And we also know that the inspector had made a note about the Red-Headed League in his diary for that day. Which surely means we can't divorce the two events completely. The inconsistency noted by the defense is most troubling. If it were the real Inspector Grayson whom these two red-headed gentlemen encountered, the fact that no bruising can be seen around his neck defies explanation. But equally, if they eventually encounter an imposter, how did that person come in possession of the real inspector's identification? Does the defense have some plausible explanation, counsel?
The whole thing defies explanation.
It is precisely for these occasions that we must keep meticulous notes in the court record, Mr. Naruhodo. Because those are the facts, and the facts cannot lie.
No, the facts can't lie. Even when they point to something so incredible, it's almost unbelievable. Well, my lord, sure what this person who turned up in the park for the redheaded ladies and Romans is a real fine information in the court record, I believe.
Good gracious. Very tantalizing, Mr. Naruhodo. So why don't you help us all see whatever truth it is that you've apparently seen? Who exactly is this inspector that... Who exactly was this inspector that appeared before Mr. De Rosu and Mr. De Rossi? Well, obviously, as we see that Grayson doesn't have a ring around his neck, I want to look at a couple things before we do anything. It's going to be an imposter, obviously. Let's see. What were the... Well, it's going to be an imposter since there's no red mark on Grayson's neck.
So it seems incredible. I admit the undeniable facts point to only one thing. Since no bruising can be seen on the victim's neck, the person who these two red-headed men took prisoner that day cannot have been Inspector Grayson.
In other words, your whole argument up to now has been a waste of time.
Objection!
On the contrary, I haven't finished.
What?
There's no bruising on the victim's neck. The question that immediately posed next is, who exactly was this man in the park on Lime Street, found to be carrying Inspector Grayson's identification?
See, that's alright. We tell you the same story every time. Whoever this man was, the Capio dragged him from a pillar to a post with the dog collar.
Not so honest as you say, huh?
So, who was that the falso inspector, eh? Who was he? Clearly, the defense has an idea about that. About the true identity of the man who these two imprisoned that night. I must ask the counsel for the defense to elaborate post-haste. Who did the witness encounter in the park posing as Inspector Grayson?
There's really only one option here.
Yeah, there really is only one option. It has to be Sholmes, to be honest with you.
Take that!
No. It wouldn't be. I don't think it would be Jones, at least.
I guess I'll find out. Who do you think it was?
Gossip.
Who?
Gossip, the one with the lip thing.
Oh. No, you're right. You're right on that. Hold on, let me reload.
And besides, Stone, when we saw Stones, in before we, went to court in the case, he didn't have any red mark on his neck, did he?
Not that I actually paid attention, so. But yeah, it is Gossip. I forgot about the red ring on his neck.
Take that!
Goodness me. Isn't that...
One of the witnesses who was in the stand in this very courtroom earlier today. A nameless man, whose only occupation appears to be peddling hearsay to passerbys.
Objection!
What on earth would a street seller be doing with the police inspector's identification papers?
That is true. Why?
That is a very good question. Witness, is this the man or not?
What has happened to it?
Oh. See, this is a man not from the Red-Headed League, eh? He's looking for the Twisted Lip League, no? Perhaps rather than making such a rash claim next time, you should bite your lip instead.
It seems improbable, yes, but one undeniable fact remains. During his testimony earlier, I noticed something around the man's neck, a red ring of bruising. Eh?
What?
The defense demands that Mr. Gossip be brought back to the stand.
Order! Order! Bailiff! Bring the aforementioned witness back to the courtroom. Immediately! Well, I never. An undeniable ring of bruising indeed. And identical to that of the witness beside him. What's it going on here, huh? I've always had this, me. This is a birthmark, ain't it?
Birthmark, you say?
I assume the reason you've been recalled to... I'm sure you've been recalled. I assume the reason you have been recalled to the stand is to explain it to you. Somewhat about the inspector again. But I tell ya, you've got it all wrong as usual.
You're denying all knowledge of it?
Well, of course I am. You are trying to kill me with all this nonsense, eh? Well, at least you have some more stories to peddle back on Fresno Street, won't you? By the way, have you noticed that most of the people that this whole court's been mostly me? You have like what? 2 people? 3 people? Now we're gonna need you to testify again.
I mean, roughly 3 if you include Gino. Yeah. And you, Mr. DeRossi. And Mr. DeRossi. Are you sure you'll cooperate, won't you? Do we have any choice?
We are in a big of trouble, eh, you Capio? That's quite enough dilatory chatter. Proceed with the testimony. Alright, the inspector and the identification revisited.
And who claimed to be inspectors that day was definitely not this man.
He's right, see? You think we would forget these grand lips, eh? I never leave from the street, alright? I have no interest in any red-headed thief. I'm all alone in the world, me. I have no kinfolk or nothing. Why would I be involved in something like that? Just look at me, eh? Does it look like I could carry off a disguise with a face like this? That is true, but something doesn't seem right, as always. It would clearly appear that we have the wrong man.
What have I been telling you, huh? There was no need for this pointless testimony.
That's right, I'm a zipper peddler, remember? Fresno Street's all I know. How would I come by the police inspector's identification book, eh?
Well, yes, it's hard to explain, but...
A brief cross-examination, I think, Counsel. Very brief.
Isn't there anyone in this courtroom who thinks I might be onto something? No, not really.
Eggs are right. I stand steadfast at your side as always, Mr. Nahodo. Seems like Cosmo knows something. Or he believes.
I think it's something.
Alright. What about number 3?
Hold on. I'm thinking, I'm thinking of 4.
Number 4? Alright.
Hold it!
You mean he has no family?
No, none at all. I spend my days on Fresno Street peddling tidbits to the passerby. Hoping, just between us, this is that eventually someone else with lips like mine would come along. That would be impossible. Mostly impossible. I don't think so. You may be right.
Anyway, that mark on your neck is just too much of a coincidence for us to ignore.
Well, what the fella to do, eh? If you don't believe me, we're at an impasse. And there's nothing I can do but flick me lip.
Looks like I'm not supposed to get anywhere here unless I can produce some proof.
So you're basically saying I got dressed up and posed as some fancy inspector, aren't you? Well, it's beyond me how you think I could do that.
Let me go look through these things again. Okay. I'm just looking at some stuff like,
What do you look?
No, just re-looking at the things and also some evidence. Okay, well, which one did you say you wanted to go with originally?
Originally, the third one.
Okay.
Hold it!
So, you heard of the red-headed leak, had you?
Don't get a name like gossip for nothing, eh? It's my business to know what's going off in town. I sold that tissy tidbit to a fair few redheads that came past me. Just between us, I even got sandwiched and coughing up for it. Well, he does have a red nose, if that counts.
Oh,
Looks like he's just sick.
get it? I get it.
Yeah. But as you can see, my own hair's not got a hint of red in it. In any case, Friendly Street's my patch. You won't catch me siding off on another part of town. No, sir, not likely. Excuse me.
Excuse me!
This is a rock. Or whatever. Still can't say that name. We? Can I help you? Did Mr. Gossip's words just now lead you to remember something relevant, perhaps? It was the other day when I was looking for a place near the box. A small house or something.
To be the headquarters of your red-headed leak, yes?
I is an outing agent on Lime Street, and there I saw him. This man paying money to the agent.
What?
Mr. Gossip? The housing agent? He had some kind of contract in his hand, and they were clearly discussing terms.
But no. You're mistaken, chum. I've never left Fretzel Street, like I said before. You've mistaken me for someone else, someone with the same face. No, the Capio's right. I remember it, too. He was, paying the man, with, the banknotes. With notes? Like I said, it wasn't me. I was curiously why this man was with the dirty clothes had so much money. So I looked at the name on the papers.
And what name was written, Mr. Gossip?
No. This a man, he lies. He tells you that he has no name. But in fact, his name is... Of course it is. It's Huge Boone, huh? It's better than Mr. Gossip, I think, see? Because of course it's Mr. Boone. No! I'm a peddler of tidbits of information, like I said before, on Fresno Street, and that's that. I don't much like folks talking about my personal life. Indeed. And it is not the intention of the court to invade privacy of witnesses. Very well. I shall respect your wishes, sir. The aforemost name shall be deducted from all court records of the trial, assuming no objections. Damn it, I thought they were gonna change just for a second.
Objection!
No, I have an objection.
Sorry, my lord, but the defense does object. Because the name just mentioned has very deep significance to this case.
Good gracious. Do you similarly object, Professor Prosecutor Xoki? As it happens, my lord, that particular name has already been mentioned during today's proceedings. Well, I never. In what could... Do you have short-term memory problems, my lord?
Getting old. Give him a break.
Yeah, he's just like every other judge. Huge Boone. That name is the leaseholder of the room.
Let me put this very simply. This is why it was discovered in your rented room.
I suggest, sir, that you start talking. Well, alright. I suppose that it might be the case,
Your real name is Hugh Boone.
This is between us. I don't like to blow me own trumpet, but there's no finer peddler of tidbits in town. So I happen to be able to afford a grubby little room in a falling down backstreet townhouse. You do? And once every 6 months, I go and pay the rent to the agent on Lime Street. Wow. 6 months of rent paid every 6 months. Impressive. I remember it now. There was 2 vulgar redheads in there last time. If either of us is a vulgar, it is not the me.
In Pepino.
Why didn't you bring this up before? It's like I told you already. I don't like talking about my personal life. I'm a tidbit peddler as far as anyone else is concerned. No fuss. You will update your testimony to include this most surprising revelation, Mr. Boone. If I must. So the leaseholder Scotland Yard has been looking for since the body was discovered. Has been here under our nose all along. I rented a room while that fellow was found. True. But what difference does it make? Hold on, I want to... I should have done that before I was gonna look at something, but I should have done that before we had the, got back to the testimony. Oh well, I'll get to it in a little bit. Alright. Um.
Objection.
Oh, I did not mean to do that. Well, it gives me a chance to do something. Do one thing real quick. Oh, they didn't update his thing. It's still gossip. I did not mean to push triangle on that. Let's see.
In order.
What's up?
No, I know what we need to do.
Press or present?
Present.
Page 1, 2, or 3.
Not on this one.
Oh, not on this one.
The next one.
I'm alone in the world. I have no kinfolk or nothing. Why would I be involved in... Okay.
The photograph, the framed photograph.
Oh. Miss Vigil? Okay.
Yeah.
Objection.
Did you know that, or did you just try?
I remember. I knew that.
Okay, no problem.
If you have no kinfolk, as you put it, explain why is it among the sparse furnishing, we found this photograph in the room. Something as you've been renting the room, that this photograph belongs to you, does it not?
Oh, well...
Mr. Boone, drop the pretense and tell the court exactly who you really are.
I had a feeling. I don't know what... What do you mean? I'm a peddler. I keep telling you so. You really don't need to bother with me. Please, just leave it alone. Unfortunately, that is not going to be the case. I'm pretty sure that Mr. Boone here is really Mr. Vigil. As the man says, leave it alone. Whatever truth is about this man's life has no bearing on this case. Because it's simply not possible that he impersonated Inspector Grayson.
Objection.
You'd be so sure.
Just look at the man. No amount of disguise could ever hide those unmissable features.
Objection.
What if we were to look at this the other way around?
What do you mean? Yes, Counsel, what do you mean?
Well, there's no denying that Mr. Boone's lip is very prominent indeed. But consider the possibility that his prominent lip is itself part of the elaborate disguise. Are you saying it's a fake?
Right.
Then hiding that prominent feature, in other words, revealing his true face.
Are you saying... So, let's rip that rip that lip off.
Would make an utterly impenetrable disguise. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Hughes Bone?
Ah! Ah! Good. Witness, are you still hiding the truth from this court? If that's a disguise, then underneath it is his true identity. Must be.
Yes, that's right. There's only one person he could really be. My lord, the defense believes It can reveal Mr. Spoon's true identity to the court.
No, please, no. Very well then, Counsel. What is the true identity of the pillar who goes by the name of Gossip on the street?
Clearly, it's Tobias
only be that simple. No, it's gonna be, as I said, Daily Vigil.
Mr. Daily Vigil.
I mean, it looks the same other than the lips and the brown hair.
Take that!
Her real name is actually Mr. Vigil, isn't it? Mr. Daily Vigil.
Yeah! I don't recall that name, Counsel. Who is this Mr. Vigil?
It's a name I encountered yesterday, my lord. It has to do with a certain client of Mr. Herlock Sholmes. A young gentlewoman came to the detective asking him to locate her missing husband. The woman in this photograph, in fact, this is Mrs. Vigil.
What?
From what I understand, he hasn't returned home since the night before the inspector was found dead. But of course, on that night, he was held captive by two red-headed league men.
And wasn't he... Oh wait, he does return home. He does return home, and somehow... But... Okay. Alright. I get it now. I was thinking he was gone longer than that, but no. Ms. Vigil said that he's home like every day, every night. So, and last night you were.
If he does stay away, he'll usually tell her.
Yeah. And last night you were put up by the prosecution service in preparation to testify in this trial, because we have led to believe that you, Miss Venus, and Mr. Sandwich were all homeless. Being important witnesses in this case, we need you to know where we can find you, of course.
And that explains why you're not only been unable to return home, but also unable to contact your wife. She was from beside herself but worried, waiting for you as a Vigil resident.
Now, hold on a minute. Now, hold on a minute. I don't have the first idea.
What I'm talking about? Really? It's a simple enough matter to confirm my suspicion. All I have to do is pull up that disguise.
No, please! Bailiff, bring soap, a sponge, and a washbowl at once. Mr. Rusu and Mr. De Rossi will restrain the witness.
Oui, my lord.
See, my lord. No, stop. Get off, please. Don't! Ah, that's as we expected. And a fake lip. Well, so much for that. Well, we are now seeing your true features, I presume. Much better.
Are you gonna go in the same kind of like tone that you were with Gossip, or are you gonna change the tone since you know a bit more dignified?
Right. They're still gonna keep them separate, by the way, in the court record. Lift your head, sir. The court can see your face. it would appear that the defense counsel assertion was entirely correct. This has been an elaborate deception. So, witness, tell the court, have you seen this man before?
I don't believe it, but
See, there is a no question. This is the inspector who we saw in the park. Extraordinary.
on the day of the Red-Headed League enrollment, the man claimed to be Inspector Gregson, who appeared before Mr. Zarok in the park.
Was you disguised as the inspector, or rather, was you posing as the inspector in no disguise at all?
The Vigil was formerly employed as the chief warder at Barclay Prison.
The chief warder? Then your career had promise. Why would you, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Let's see. Why would quite the possibility have become the future governor of the prison? What on earth have you been doing peddling tittle-tattle on Fresno Street?
Well, it's been 10 years since Mr. Vigil worked at the prison.
10 years? I'm really dreadful sorry about all of this. Yes, it's true. I am Daily Vigil. And you were the chief warden at Barclay Prison 10 years ago? Where did Huge Boone come from? Boone is the other me. It's a name I invented. Well, evidently, there's a greater deal under the surface here. I'll explain everything. I'll tell you just how wretched my life has become. As you say, it was 10 years ago that my employment at Barclay Chief's Warden had come to an end. Having left the prison service, I searched for some new occupation by which to earn a wage. But times were hard in London, and I found no suitable engagements at all. Why did you quit to begin with? He wasn't fired, was he?
Reals that whole professor thing.
Oh, right, I forgot. He quit because of professor. Okay. In desperation one day, I turned my hand at selling wares on Fresno Street.
But your wife appears to know nothing of this. She still maintains that you were the chief warder at Barclay Prison.
I was utterly determined that my wife should not know of my failings, which is why I never told her. I opened an account at the bank under the name of Huge Boone, and I rented the cheapest room I could find on Fresno Street.
The scene of this very crime we're investigating.
Yes, that's right. A place which I could emerge every morning at 8 at squilled squiddled peddler, and transform myself back every evening at 5 into a well-dressed man about town before returning home. That's why he needed the place so he could go in, get showered, and get back to what he's supposed to look like and not pretending. That quickly became my daily routine. I was puzzled by the lack of furniture in the room, but that explains it.
Why on earth didn't you just tell us this in the first place?
I have a wife, sir, and 2 sons. And without wishing to sound self-considered, they regarded me with some pride. I couldn't bring myself to disappoint them.
So instead, you started to conceal your occupation from them?
Yes. I've made such a terrible mess of everything. Still, one thing doesn't add up. No matter how many tidbits of information you could sell to passing gentlemen, even at sixpence apiece, you couldn't hope to match the salary you must have commanded as chief warder at the prison. Very true. To have kept your family in comfort despite 10 years of somewhat misbegotten employment. That was all thanks to Inspector Grayson. What? No, that's you.
Inspector Grayson? What on earth?
It was some years after I invented Mr. Boone and began my other life as a street seller. The inspector, that is, recognized me one day. Do you mean to say the victim was an acquaintance of yours? Not surprising. I knew him from a time working at the prison. When he saw what I had become, he was deeply troubled for me and my family. And from that day forward, he visited me on Freckle Street with increasingly regularity. Then one day, he asked me if I would carry out a secret assignment for him. Oh.
A secret? What was it?
That's easy. It was to impersonate the inspector. What? Impersonate him? We always met in that little room so the inspector could brief me. Visit... I'll let you read this because this is supposed to be like Mr. Inspector Grayson.
Visit Old Day tomorrow and take a statement from the proprietor.
It was always something along those lines. Surveillance work, interviewing people. On those occasions, he would lend me his identification so people would believe who I was. But yet, how do people not know that you're not really an inspector? I mean, he's pretty famous.
Yeah, but some people just don't know or probably just heard of him and haven't seen his face.
True. My instructions were to make an impression, so I let people know that Inspector Grayson had been at work. And for those services, he compensated me financially. Scotland Yard Inspector willingly relinquish his identification into your care with the intent to deceive? That, as I'm sure you need not point out, is a very serious criminal offense. But why? Why would what was the point of you impersonating him? I truthfully do not know. All I can say is that the inspector warned me on numerous occasions.
Remember, Vigil, I need your solemn word. You don't blab about this to anyone, alright? Ever. Even if, well, we end up broken.
In time, he started bringing papers with him to the room as well. It became something of a second office for him. I had a feeling. Though his name being Mr. Boone was off the mark, but I had a feeling that Mr. Grayson was using that like as a home or an office or whatnot.
So, in fact, the person who declared himself to be Inspector Grayson of the park on Lime Street was really...
Yes, it was me, acting on the inspector's orders. As usual, I removed my Boone disguise. And then went as instructed to the park, armed with the inspector's identification book. It could never occur to me that the bruise on my neck might give me away. We gotta try to find a place to, end soon. I got about less than 15 minutes. Or how much longer is this before we get to the to be continued? Do you know?
I don't know off the top of my head.
So should we just stop here? We just had to fade to black.
Just a second. I mean, I don't know. The thing is, if we stop now, and then next thing we know, there might be a to be continued, which is, you know.
Are you looking up to see how much longer it is?
I mean, might as well.
If I gotta go over a little bit just to get to the be continued part, I would risk it.
I mean, what do you want to do?
Well, what did you find out?
Fine, too, but you just being weird with me right now.
I mean, I would, but I don't want to get spoiled as always. I mean, if for some reason we do hit it be continued next time, then it's going to be what it is. But as you know, I'm limited on time. This is not like it's a Wednesday.
Okay.
If it's over 10 minutes, then we're just going to stop. But I feel like we're in close to be continued, but I don't want to push it without knowing.
You want to just take stop now then, just to be sure.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's not like it's gonna really matter. I mean, it's always good to stop at a be continued, but that's that's if we had the time. But and that's the thing about this schedule I have to do. Unless I would have woken up early, and Nintendo would have been up early, to do it at like 9 o'clock, then it wouldn't have been a big deal. But I don't want Nintendo to feel like he had to get up early or whatnot. So it's no big deal. We'll more likely be back on Wednesday. I mean, yes, I'm probably gonna get annoyed if it's just like within the next 5 minutes or so, but like I said, nothing I can do about it. If I don't want to have myself be having problems later on with work wise. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I surely did. If you guys like what you see here, you want to see more, give me a follow on Twitch. Subscribe to YouTube for any previous content. Also, ring the notification bell for I go live when videos get posted. Also, remember, guys, I will be back tomorrow around 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon Eastern, for the reaction. Excuse me, for the State of Play. So look forward to that. Also, follow me on Twitter for some updates. More updates and a chance to talk to me off stream. Join my Discord. Everything's down below the stream and in the description on YouTube. But as usual, I've been your host, Revo. And until the next stream, stay true to the revolution.